Welcome to Classic Retro Corner. Today we're taking a look at Super Adventure Island on the Super Nintendo. Super Adventure Island is a side-scrolling platform game released in 1992 and is an upgraded version of Adventure Island from the original Nintendo. The original Adventure Island was based on Sega's Wonder Boy and shares much of Wonder Boy's design and gameplay, just like Super Adventure Island does. You play as Master Higgins, who is on a quest to find Darkcloak, an evil sorcerer who turned his girlfriend Tina to stone. You make your way through 5 worlds, each split into 4 levels, with the 4th being a boss fight. These worlds each have their own theme, with lots of different obstacles and a mixed array of enemies for you to battle through. While playing, you will need to keep a close eye on your energy meter as it goes down like a timer, and when you trip over things like rocks it will also go down. However, you can refill this meter by picking up fruit that is dotted around the levels. At the end of each level, when you pick up a star ball, you will receive a bonus based on how much of this energy bar you have left. You start the game with 3 lives and 2 continues, but you can only be hit once before you lose a life. That is, unless you find a skateboard power up, which not only makes you move faster, also gives you an extra hit. As well as the skateboard power up, along the way there are other power ups for you to collect in the form of a hammer and a boomerang, which you can use to throw at enemies. You can only carry the hammer or the boomerang at one time, and by picking up the opposite weapon it will swap you to that weapon. Also, when you first pick up a weapon power up, it will only let you throw one of that weapon, but by picking up multiples of each weapon, you are allowed to throw up to 3. As an extra bonus, when you pick up a 4th, it will supercharge either weapon, which comes in really handy for those tricky boss fights. One of the added bonuses that you will find is the ability to throw weapons up, and to also duck and throw weapons, which can come in really handy. After only having played Wonder Boy and not playing Super Adventure Island until quite recently when I found a US imported version in a local video game store, I was really impressed as it took what was good about the original Wonder Boy but changes the gameplay just enough to make it worth playing through and having a copy of both in your collection. It has good level design and a very good difficulty curve. Some parts take a lot of practice to get through, such as tiny platforms you need to jump onto, or even smaller enemies that require crackerjack timing to hit. This all adds up to a very enjoyable game to play through. This was originally released by Hudson as a clone to the original Wonder Boy, as Sega owns the name Wonder Boy, but people liked it so much it spawned its own series of sequels, such as Super Adventure Island 2 on the Super Nintendo in 1995, and more recently, in 2009, Adventure Island The Beginning was released on the Nintendo Wii. I hope you've enjoyed this review of Super Adventure Island for the Super Nintendo. Please feel free to like the video or subscribe to the channel. Also head over to our website or Facebook group for more reviews and updates.